Hi, I'm Malina. I'm alcoholic. I had done the step with the Big Book Step Study sponsor and a higher power. Um, I have finished all my amendment. Thank you, Dave, for asking me to speak. And first thing, I just want to apologize that my English is my second language. So if I don't say the word right or pronounce the word right, please bear with me. And I'm grateful to be here. I came in AA in 2011, August 2nd. That's when I hit my second bottom from alcohol, and I almost died twice. And I came to a regular meeting for 3 years, and before I start my process by the Big Book Step Study with my sponsor. I choose my first sponsor. After 3 months, I got sober, and I just be with her. And after 3 years, she suggests that I try the Big Book Step Study. I came and I like it because the conscience of the group that I don't have to speak until I finish the process, because I don't like to speak. In my whole life, I never speak, I never share my opinion because I'm afraid, and especially speak in front of a lot of people. But by doing the process of the step I gain courage to speak in front of people and share my experience that I have studied from the step. When I start working the process from step 1 with my sponsor, I learned that I am an alcoholic. I have an allergy with alcohol, and my body and my mind is mental. That's what I learned by my sponsor explained to me, and I don't know that I am an alcoholic before I came in. When I hit my first bottom in 2007, I end up in the hospital 5 days. I don't know that I am an alcoholic. The doctor in the hospital just told me that I don't know what to call, because my liver is bad, and I was thrown up with blood, and I fall down. My husband took me to the hospital. I stayed there for 5 days, and he told them that I drink too much, and so I end up in the hospital 5 days. The doctors gave me a medication he said, in 3 months, take this medication, don't touch alcohol. If I do, I will drink more. But he didn't say anything about an alcoholic, about addiction. I thought addiction people is people using drug and other type, not drinking alcohol. That's what I understand before I came to the program. So I don't drink. I don't drink for 3 years. What I learned in this program, that I am dry drunk because I don't have the program. And after 3 years, I pick up the drink again, and that's where I learned about step 2, the controlling drinking. I start with 1 beer, and then not enough, continue to more beers. 6 beers not enough. Hard liquor coming in. So less than 6 months, I falling down again and up 3 days in the hospital again. So in a short period of time, the progression of this disease tried to get me. So my second time, I hit my bottom in 2011. And that's when I'm starting to get afraid. Because that time I get fired from work because of drinking at work. because the progression is very, very strong. I start to bring liquor in my pocketbook, hide in the car, start drinking, couldn't wait any more than an hour. Every time my body dry, I ask for alcohol. It's like my body asked for alcohol, so I had to sneak out and break time, drink, lunchtime, go to liquor store nearby and start drinking. And soon my boss know, and then I got fired from work because of drinking. So that's when I get afraid, and I asked for help. My husband took me to the hospital again. They keep me in the hospital for overnight, and they sent me to detox and CHL for 4 days. I stayed there, and thank God that from there I learned that I am an alcoholic, and this commitment go in there, explain about the higher power, explain about this disease, that I admit that I'm one of them. I am. Right? So I am an alcoholic, and then I learned that I am powerless over alcohol. Only that there is a higher power that greater than myself can restore me to sanity. That is what I learned in step 2. So as continue on, my sponsor reading for me until step 3 explained to me that I have to turn my life and my will over to a higher power. And before 1 year, I just came into a regular meeting, but I don't believe that a higher power can help me to stay sober and restore me to sanity. And because when I was drinking, I pray for what I want, I never get what I want. So, which is I learned in here that I had prayed wrong. I'm not supposed to pray for what I want. So I learned in the program, and when I read, when my sponsor read the 3rd step and explained to me how is that work, and I learned that I have to utterly abandon myself to my higher power, trust and relying on my higher power, so that way it can be work. And then I try to put my mind in and really focus on my higher power, stay close to my higher power. It's been working for me. So I start having my higher power that I trust, and then turn it over every good and bad thing in my life, and which is it's good, it helping me. So I continue doing that, pray every morning, just asking for guidance and direction, and the rest of the day, if something crap up, I pray again. That's what I learned in this process. So on step 4, I learned that I have to take inventory, which is I don't want to do, because in my whole life, I never tell the truth to anybody. It's just because I don't trust anybody in my whole life. My mom died when I was 9 years old. I learned how to live myself, and nobody helped me. So in my willpower, I do everything in my willpower to survive. And but it's all end up lead me to a lot of bad things happen. That's why when I found alcohol, it just made me feel comfort in my own skin until it almost killed me. So I started doing the writing. It took me almost 2 years, but it's work for me. What it was work is work. So, and then when I wrote all my story, and then doing the step 5, and which is, I feel a little bit uncomfortable because I have to read and say it out loud, which is I don't like it. I hide everything inside. When people look at me just like a little innocent that Miss nice, perfect on everything, which is I learned that it's not perfect in here. So I used to swear in my head, judge people in my head, not making any action, but my face and my eye, people can tell because I judge people, I criticize people. As I look at people, I already start judging people. So those character defects that I have that I think I don't have until I do my 4th and 5th step. So those stuff that I have to read it out loud, I feel uncomfortable to say it out loud, like swearing word, all those stuff. But I did. So just like in the book say that swallow a big chunk, I did that and then made me feel comfortable after that. And then step 6 and 7 came in, I learned that I feel disgust of myself, that I had been thinking that I was a victim, but I am the one who set the ball rolling. So the problem is me. So I get tired of about myself. I'm ready to turn over of my character defect to my higher power. And after that came into 8 and 9 is ready to make an amends to other people that I had harmed. I was scared at first, but after my first making amends to my husband, which is, he's the one who hurt the most in my life of drinking. I mean, he's not perfect, but he's a good guy. He loved me since I was 16 years old. I get married to him since I was 16 years old. He dealt with my drinking until I'm 41 years old. So from the 18 that I start drinking and 41 years old, I put down the drink. I can't imagine how this man dealt with me. So I sit down in front of him making amends. He feel uncomfortable because the way I am Cambodian, the way we raising is not to say sorry to anybody. I don't know if it could relate to anybody, but that's the way I've been raised. I have the strong will that I can do everything, never show less than, never show that feel sorry to anybody and say sorry to anybody. I could make mistake, but ignoring it, all the stuff. Yeah. But it's good to make an amends because make me feel free of the bondage of myself, because I've been carrying those stuff for more than 30 years in my life. I resenting people who already died. I resenting people that it's not in my life for more than 30 years, and people that die, people that live, and those resentment is eating me until I set it out on the paper. I said it. I make an amends to people that I had harmed. It made me feel free of myself. And today, I be able to look at people in the eye and speak. I don't feel afraid anymore. That's the promise in the step. And when it came to step 10, I like step 10 because I can check on myself every day, every moment, every day that I wake up, I pray, I get out there on the road, I start resenting people already. But what is the good thing about step 10 is I can recognize my resentment, that I have a resentment, I be able to pause and pray if I have a character defect. But what is a good thing, I start having resentment and then I don't have to start judging and criticize. Those gonna make me more strong with resentment, and then I hold it up. So I have to write it out, or I have to check it out with my higher power and with my sponsor or with my friend. So for me, doing step 10 is I like doing the spot check, because if I know that, if I feel that I have resentment with someone, I'm not going to move on. I'm going to stuck there thinking, dwelling with that resentment all day, and I get nothing done. Sometimes I notice myself that this is I'm talking before I had done the step. If I have resentment, I noticed that I stuck there just staring at people and judging them. That's how I am when I was, before I had done the step. So today I don't do that. I realize that I resent people, and then I start look at myself. I start look at myself right away, and what I'm afraid of, what I'm asking myself, all these questions that have in here, that what do I am selfish, dishonest, no, I can't read. Resentment and fear. So I start asking myself about those stuff, and then I find it true. Usually I remember my sponsor told me that if you resent people, don't go to the dishonest and stuff, just go to the truth. So I did that, and then I find out the truth. It's made me feel better. So my resentment is fade away. So this morning when I wake up, my husband wake up, he's get ready. Soon as I get out from the shower, I resenting him already. I was like, this man wake up and make a phone call and care about other people. Why he don't just wake up and go to the bathroom, get himself ready and go to work? That's what I want to tell him to do. But thank God I didn't do that, because I pray before I go to the bathroom. I wake up, I pray before I go to take a shower myself, get ready. So when I notice that I resenting him, I look at myself right away, so I don't hold that resentment against him. And so that's what it says, continue, on the first paragraph, continue taking my own inventory. So I had done that. It just made me feel good and relieved, so knowing that I don't have to hold my resentment with anybody today. In the second paragraph, it's talking about we have ceased in fighting anything or anyone, or even alcohol, and we again, for by this time I will gain my sanity, which is I had that experience. This month is my new year, so last week I went out to visit a friend that have cancer. There's two friends. One is like to drink. Those two girls, both of them is my partner drinking, and both of them having cancer stage 4 right now. So one is like to hang around with people who drinking, which is I visit her last week. Like to hang around with people drinking. That's the way she's enjoyed. That is her way. But I was there, visit her, and look at this, my friend having fun drinking, and some black out, and then she's hanging around until 3 o'clock with me and with the friend. So until 3 o'clock at night, I get tired, and everybody get black out. They fall down. It's just me and her. She's not drinking because she's sick. And I be able to sit there and show those people that I'm a living proof. I'm not dying from alcohol. The way I was drinking with them is just the same way I see them that night. That was Friday night, yeah. Just the same way. It show my reflection. It remind myself that this is me, and thank God today I'm not one of them. And just because with the grace of God saved my life, and just because of this program guiding me how to live my life in my lifetime without alcohol. And I feel good with that. And that's what is talking about sanity, is I gained some little sanity and not fighting with liquor. And my friend was asking me, the one that's sick, she say, how do you feel you don't drink and you see people drink like this? I say, I'm okay because I have my program. And then she asking me that, do you have to go to those meetings every day? I say, I'm supposed to, but at least I do 3 or 4 days a week. It just, I go there to listen to my friend that have the same disease with me, and that is can keep me to remind myself that I have this disease. And which is the good thing for me is I'm glad that I can sit there working my step 12 with her, that explain to her that this is a disease that I have, and she doesn't know. And even though she knows, she's not going to admit it that she has this disease until she's sick. Just because she's sick, she cannot drink. I know my people, nobody ever admit about that. We rather drink to die, not admitting that we are an alcoholics. That's including me, because if I don't hit my bottom, I'm not going to admit that I am an alcoholic. So I gained the sanity and recoiling from the heart flame, which is, I remember my friend, there's a few of them, pour the shot and offer it to me. I say, I be able to say no. I can't drink anymore. If I drink, my life is short. That's the only thing I told them. And I'm glad that today I be able to say all these words because of the process of the step that I'm practicing. And so the next paragraph is talking about we feel as though we had protected, and we don't even have sworn off. I feel that day, I feel that Friday night, I feel that I've been naturally protecting by my higher power, and alcohol not even bother me at all. I sit around them, around my friend, having fun with them, and feel free to look at alcohol. And I don't have any desire to drink or to it bother me at all. So thank God. I mean, thanks to my higher power. Easy for me to say God because it's a short word for me. So, and then the next one is talk about we are neither cocky or we are afraid. So I feel that I was cocky sitting there and act like, oh, I don't have to feel. I feel the way that when I put down that first shot or first drink in my system, my body, I feel that the way the alcohol works, I don't know how to explain, but soon I had that first drink in my body, I feel the power of alcohol, like want me to keep moving and acting any bad thing that I have high inside. So, and then it's coming outside, making action, and then after that I feel embarrassed, I feel humiliated. And so today, that night, I was be able to sit there and acting like, okay, alcohol is not gonna kill me. So I'm not gonna worry about that because I have my higher power with me. So that's the way I understand about the cocky. So I've been protecting from by my higher power. So I'm just glad that I have the step to practice. And the next step is talking about for alcohol is a sorrowful. I feel this right now that and it's talking about rest on laurel. That's how I feel lately. I think that okay, I've been a little bit sober, and I know the process. I know the step, practicing the step. As long as I practicing the step, I be okay. And I don't want to go to the meeting, and I can just practice the step at home. But the truth is not the same. I need the meeting. And I remember my sponsor told me, Malina, when you feel like that, you need a meeting. And this is for an alcoholic. Talking about sorrowful is tricky. This disease want me that. Don't tell me that, okay, I know better. I don't need to go to a meeting. I don't need to call my sponsor. I don't need to call a friend. So it's tricky me that way. So I have to be careful with that. And I remember that it's just a daily reprieve that I have. So I must carry that vision of God with me every activity that I have. So as long as I have that spiritual faith, by going to a meeting, making a phone call to a friend, like yesterday I was a little bit nervous. I know that I have to speak today, trying to call my friend, trying to call my sponsor, and I be able to talk to my friend. She's encouraged me that, Malina, every time you speak, I get a message from you, so you don't have to worry about that. I was like, thank God someone can understand me. So that is encouraging me. So I'm glad that I can do my service. So the last paragraph is talking, much has already been said, to receive strength and inspiration. I know that, I feel that my higher power have given me an inspiration through other people. Just like I just said that I talked to my friend that she's encouraged me. I was like feeling, sometimes I feeling I have indecision to make. And then I had to pray for guidance and direction. And certainly just like the light pop up in my head that, okay, this is the way that I should go, I should do. So it's like, I don't know how to explain about this. It's an inspiration that my higher power sends to me. It just flow in the direction. So it's just like I don't really know how to explain this. It's just like automatically God gave me the inspiration that I can do this. Malina, you can do this. Just be there. And this is what it reminds me that I learned doing the next right thing. So it's like today, so I don't have to worry. Just wake up and get ready and just be at the meeting and share my experience, whatever I learned from the staff. So when I'm thinking about that God gave me the inspiration that I don't feel so nervous, actually. When I get here, I don't really feel so nervous, but yesterday I was. Yeah, I think that's all I have for today. And for this step, I'm just grateful to be here, and wherever you are, just continue. And this process is work, and I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.